In this video, I will show you guys how to farm Infused Horadric Resin fast. But while you are farming resin, you are actually farming something else at the same time that can be just as important. Because Infused Horadric Resin isn't something you normally farm directly from monster. The main way to get it is by salvaging unwanted Horadric charms and Horadric seal. But before we continue, this video is sponsored by Easy Buff. You can easily buff your character with gold, runes, gems, boss materials, and many more. Check out easybuff.com with a 4.9 star rating on Trustpilot. The link is in the description and use code DCSK at checkout to get 8% off your order for a limited time. So basically, the faster you can farm charms and seal, the faster you can farm Infused Horadric Resin. But don't immediately salvage everything you get. While you are farming, always check your charms and seal first, because you might actually find something that you still need for your build. Maybe you still haven't completed your talisman set yet, maybe you are looking for specific charm or seal, better affixes, higher rolls, greater affixes, or simply a stronger replacement for the one you are currently using. So think of this farm as doing two things at once. You are farming better charms and seal for your build, and everything you don't need becomes Infused Horadric Resin. Basically, Horadric charms and seal can drop from almost anywhere in Sanctuary, but farming them randomly can be inefficient and may waste valuable time. To maximize your returns, I recommend using one of these three targeted farming methods. The first method, and probably the fastest overall if you already have plenty of lair keys, is farming lair bosses. Before you start farming, open your war plan and make sure you have unlocked Lair of Plenty in the lair bosses skill tree. Lair of Plenty is extremely important because it gives you an additional hot chest after defeating a lair boss. That means every boss kill gives you more loot, more charms, more seal, and ultimately more chances of finding the talisman you are looking for. And if none of them are useful, they are not wasted either, because you can simply salvage them into Infused Horadric Resin. You can also add Golden Hot if you have an additional skill point available. This node converts all equipment drop from hot chests into gold, except for unique and mythic items. That means while you are farming charms and seal, you are also building up your gold reserve. For this farm, you don't necessarily need to play on the highest difficulty possible. The most important thing is farming on a difficulty where you can kill the boss extremely quickly. If you can instantly delete the boss on Torment 12, then of course, stay on Torment 12. But if lowering the difficulty allows you to kill the boss much faster, that can actually give you more rewards per hour because you are opening more hot chests. Just keep summoning the boss, kill it, open all of your hot chests, and pick up every Horadric charm and seal that drops. Once your inventory starts getting full, head back to town. But before you salvage anything, take a quick look through everything you pick up. Check if you have found a missing piece for your set, a charm or seal with the affixes you have been hunting for, a better roll than your current one, or even one with greater affixes. Keep anything that can improve your build, and salvage everything else into Infused Horadric Resin. And don't just leave the lower rarity charms sitting on the ground either. Even magic and rare charms can be salvaged for resin. So if you are specifically farming this material, make sure your loot filter isn't hiding them. Now, if you have plenty of superior lair keys, then the second method is even better, and that's farming the Corrupted Reaper. This is basically the upgraded version of the previous method. Corrupted Reaper can give you a huge amount of charms and seal from its rewards, especially when you are combining it with Lair of Plenty for the additional hot chest. So the farming loop is very simple. Use your superior lair keys, kill Corrupted Reaper as quickly as possible, open all of the hot chests, and collect every charm and seal. Again, don't look at these drops as just material that you are going to salvage. Every run is another chance of finding something valuable for your actual build. The reason I really like this method is because you are farming multiple things at the same time. You are hunting for better charms and seal, farming Infused Horadric Resin from the unwanted ones, and you are also getting some of the best endgame rewards, including mythic uniques, pandemonium fragments, mythic Horadric seals, and plenty of other useful loot. So if you already have a large stockpile of superior lair keys, I would definitely recommend using them here instead of farming resin through slower activities. And if you are running low on superior lair keys, I already made a separate guide showing you guys how to farm them quickly. So I will leave that video in the description if you want to check it out. Now, the third method is for players who don't want to burn through their lair keys. And that's farming Curious Undercity using the Greater Tribute of the Horadrium. This tribute is extremely useful because its rewards is specifically focused on Horadric Talisman. Complete the Undercity with the Greater Tribute of the Horadrium and you will receive Horadric Charms and a Horadric Seal from the reward. So this is another very good method if you are still actively hunting for Talisman upgrades. Every run gives you another chance to find a charm and seal you don't have yet. Finish your set, hunt for specific affixes, improve your existing pieces, or look for greater affixes. And anything that doesn't make the card can simply be salvaged into Infused Horadric Resin. Use the tribute, speedrun the Undercity as quickly as possible, collect your charms and seal at the end, check them, keep the good ones, salvage the rest, and immediately start another run. To make this method even more rewarding, unlock the Gutter Filth node in the Undercity skill tree. Whenever you activate a beacon inside the Undercity, you have a chance to summon a Portal Prankster. Defeating one increases your final rewards and boosts the drop rate of charms, seals, and other valuable loot. The more Portal Pranksters you defeat, the more rewards you can earn from a single run. So even after you have maxed out your attunement rank, don't rush straight to the final floor. Continue activating any remaining beacons and actively hunt down Portal Pranksters to maximize your rewards before completing the run. If your build is strong and you are clearing Undercity very quickly, this can be one of the best targeted farm for both Horadric Talisman and Infused Horadric Resin. The only downside is that you need to have a Greater Tribute of the Horadrium available. Always use the Greater Tribute, since lower tier tributes provide lesser rewards. If you only have lower tier tributes, combine 5 of them to upgrade to the next tier. So if you have plenty of lair keys, farm lair bosses. If you have superior lair keys, Corrupted Reaper is probably the method I will prioritize because all of the additional rewards you are getting at the same time. And if you have Greater Tribute of the Horadrium sitting in your stash, use them in Curious Undercity instead of letting them collect dust. Whichever method you are using, just remember one important thing. Don't blindly salvage all your charms and seal unless you have completed your set. Check them first. You could be holding the exact piece you need to complete your set. One with better affixes, better rolls, greater affixes, or simply a big upgrade over what you are currently using. Then everything you don't need becomes Infused Horadric Resin. That's what makes this farming loop so good. You are not only farming a crafting material, you are simultaneously improving your talisman setup while turning every bad or unwanted drop into something useful. And that's pretty much how you can farm Infused Horadric Resin fast. If this guide helped you out, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Diablo 4 guide. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys in the next video.